Hello, welcome back. We got some alteration research done. We're doing 3 turn a turn now, but might be a while before we hit any actual targets. Does Alt 5 give us anything? Anything we'd use? Hey, I mean, we could cast Mother Oak. It's a thought. What does Baleful Star do again? Does this causes unfortunate events? You know what so I'll tell you what I'm worried about, right? I'm worried about this stack attacking this throne just to, What if we cast Baleful Star here to increase the misfortune, and then just hope that a bunch of knights attack and put it under siege? That seems like a reliable strat, right? I don't know. I'm not sure what else we're going to use here. Maybe some buffs. Oh, is this a better version of the gold? Oh, wow, okay. That's actually huge. So we've been using distilled gold up to this point. So I'm at the moment I'm recruiting a fire mage to cast this again. That's actually like game changing. Excellent. Transmute fire. That's a big one. I'll try and get Alt 6 for Frozen Heart though, and then Enchantment 7 for Gift of Health. Two thrones were claimed this turn, so Beratos also claimed a throne. So we are joint throne leaders with Beratos at the moment. Put some blood slaves. Had some people killed by horrors, unfortunately. Not good when moon priests and yeah, it's on my throne as well. Moon priest and Nwali's getting attacked. Damn, they were both in the same province. That doesn't bode well, does it? Events, look on my throne. We got a magic site from brigands, so we can now recruit brigands in villains actually. In look on my throne. In the list, we got a great event, so 720 gold, also an enchanted mirror. So I've slapped the enchanted mirror on Mabakiel to make this province look more intimidating, just in case Therados decides to be annoying. Why not? I think that's it for important messages, other than, yes, you guessed it, another throne was eaten this turn. So we are now joint throne leaders with Beratos. I think if one more throne gets eaten, we just win though. Because I'm pretty sure we will win a tie. Because ties come down to Dominion. And the fact that our Dominion is currently touching Beratos' cap circle, who has 5 dark candles, I think that bodes well for our odds of winning a Dominion contest. Our Dominion is pretty far out, even if we never actually pushed it into the lake. So yeah, we just want any throne that isn't ours to get eaten, and I think we win. So fingers crossed. So other than that, not much else to talk about, because I think aggressive movements are over. Unless I do some like wacky stuff like fly around Mabakiel and back him up with some lesser horror attacks. I mean, there's not much else we can do that's aggressive, I don't think. The only thrones in reach are these two, which I would have to like abandon this throne to push at those, or this one, which would require leaving this throne undefended with this stack next to it. So that's also off cards. So I don't see any kind of easy aggressive moves we can make. So I think the next few turns will just be patrolling. So I might as well take one last look at the script. Basically, all of the little guys are just slaves. So if you've got Astral, you're a Communion slave. If you've got Blood, you're a Sabbath slave. This guy is just Blessing, because why not? We do have an H3 moving over. I'm going to stop blood sacking here, because I just can't sustain it. We're just not finding enough blood slaves in this province. He's going to move here. We'll stop blood sacking in this province instead. I'll need to build a temple, though. It's all a bit costly. But if you're a little guy, you're a slave. If you're a big guy, we basically try to lay down Sanguine Protection for the magic resistance, because we want to be as resistant as we can to damage reversal. I think all of the horrors have damage reversal in JBBM. This only gives MR to our demons. Ideally, I'd also have an Astral guy doing anti-magic, but not in this province. But we basically lay down Sanguine Protection, Rush of Strength, and then the Communion Master just spam Life for Life, which seems like a good spell to drop on horrors. If we roll badly against damage reversal, we'll get blown up. But it should do a huge amount of damage to horrors, so this is going to be my spell of choice for spamming at them. This province, same sort of thing. We don't have as many little guys, but basically a bunch of Sabbath slaves and communion slaves, and then we've got Sanguine Protection, Rush of Strength. I should really have this guy doing anti-magic. Did we even research anti-magic? We did. I should really have him doing anti-magic, but he's currently on Divine Blessing duty. Seems a bit pointless if it comes third, because by then... I mean, it's better to cast it than not, right? Let's just stick it in the script. Yeah, and then just spam opposition. We'll see how that goes. And over here, same story. Little guys are slaves. Big guys... I mean, again, I should really have you casting anti-magic, shouldn't I? Mistake not to. But otherwise, yeah. Sanguine Protection, Rush of Strength, Life for a Life spam. And that's it. Other than that, all the units are on walk forwards. This one has the Star Demons as well, who just on fire large monsters. And beyond that, we just kind of sit back and hope, I suppose. So it might be very short turns again. But, I mean, fingers crossed and we actually win this game. Which should be very, very funny for a game that I thought I was out of about 50 turns ago. But anyway, that was turn 95. So, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. A funny thing happened this turn. Maybe you can spot it. First of all, we cast Blood Feast. We did cure our afflictions, but unfortunately we now have permanent cravings for flesh. Seems kind of bad. Caught some blood slaves, lost some mages to horrors. A couple of uninteresting events. Throne of Fire was destroyed by Scabiel. Over in the worst province in the game. I think this was a Beratos throne, maybe? Maybe not. Did some patrolling, and oh yeah, we won. So that happened. I mean, let's be honest though, it seemed pretty obvious we were going to win, right? We've been in such a dominant position all game. I mean, it was just a easy journey to victory. Let's be real. Let's get the view history button. Where are we? Yeah. Watch my early wars. So this is going to be the last video in this series, obviously. If you've watched it this far, welcome, and also farewell. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please do consider subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers this year. And I'm getting close, but bit of a struggle. Seem to lose more subscribers than I gain some days, but you know, I'm doing my best. If you really love this series, or you really love the channel, you could also consider subscribing to my Patreon. That's linked in the description below. Otherwise, maybe just leave a like on the video, leave a comment, say hello. That works too. So I didn't record many of the turns in this part of the game, but you can see just how many provinces were kind of just getting taken by Therados over and over again. And then us kind of gradually retaking them. Yeah, a bit of a struggle. I guess, all things considered, we weren't that small. I think there was like a lot of players in this game who were all around the same size. No one really seems dominant. I always had the sense that like Therados and Saramatia were just kind of giant players running away with the game, but I guess not. I guess in the end everyone was kind of on roughly an equal footing. It's pretty good. Hey, there's the best province in the game. Cool. Alright, there's the replay. Usually in the final turn I reflect back over the game and what I've learned, but I'm not sure what I learned from this game. Let's just look at the graphs for a bit and try not to think about it. Okay, provinces first. Right. You can see that we created pretty badly right the way through the mid-game, and Therados is just taking all our stuff. I assume that's Therados. Yeah. Who else do we have here? Helheim, pretty big for most of the game. They fell off pretty hard towards the end. We have Ulm, who was very small in the early game. Spent the whole game kind of pulling themselves back into the game. What about some of the big players? Where's Saro? So, Saro wasn't that much bigger than us, it turns out. Beritos was actually a much bigger player than I would have thought by the end of the game as well. Pretty interesting. Is that Ulm right at the end as well? Yeah. So, who's that last brown line? Niflheim. Looks like we were the big players. Yeah, but we ended the game kind of right in the middle of the pack. Forts then. Fort graph doesn't really tell you much, but it does tell us that we didn't have that many forts. Usually the fort graph just tracks provinces. Roughly the same here. Income. Yeah, income was a big struggle for us all game. And we had this nice high bit here. Maybe this is when we had the Throne of Gaia and before Therados started raiding us. But yeah, never really had very good income. Ulm had amazing income. They had really, really good scales. Nifl had pretty good income in the early game. Helheim too. Looks like those three players had like actually decent income at different stages of the game. But for us, man, income was just a struggle all game. It was kind of hard. How did Sauro do? I think Sarah Martia... Someone just left a comment on the last video saying Sarah had like nothing but negative scales. Yeah, their income graph probably reflects that. They actually have much worse income than we do even. That sounds awful. Gem income, perhaps unsurprisingly, Therados is dominating here. Yeah, we didn't even really have much gem income either, wow. Yeah, we were just doing very, very poorly. Ever since like that mid portion of the game, we just fell off completely. Even Ulm was ahead of us in gems. And Beritos, I think Beritos had a gem global though. Yep. Saro not very high either. I had this sense that Saro was like dominating, but maybe not. Maybe they were more kind of middle of the pack like us. Well, not quite like us, a bit better than us, but not quite on the level of Therados. Research, yeah. So, Therados is way ahead on research. Closely followed by Ulm, interestingly. Then we got Beritos. Then we got Helheim. Then we got Niflheim, is that? No, there's someone else in there. Is it? Oh, that's Saro, okay. So Saro went that far ahead of us on research either. Wow, Therados was just a runaway force in this game. We, of course, are almost last. Last out of the players who are relevant in the end. By quite a margin as well. It's pretty funny. Research is never my strong suit, but in this game particularly, pretty bad. Dominion, at least we have one graph where we're really good on, that's Dominion. It didn't really do much with it, although it did protect us from getting raided by ghosts, which is something. That's nice at least. Where was Beritos? Yeah, so Beritos was the only person who threatened us in the end in terms of winning by thrones. But if it had come down to a draw, we would have just easily won. The Dominion was nowhere near us. Army size next. Wow, Beritos ended up with a huge army that just immediately fell off. Guess they were summoning lots of hidden in sand dudes. And Therados is just free spawning crap. Helheim very big as well in terms of army. Actually, so are we. I guess we did have quite a lot of stuff at the end. Wasn't very high quality, but we had a lot of it. And ascension points. So there we are. Yeah, a hard game. I'm not really sure what to make of it. I'm not sure how we won. That's very funny though. Definitely the best outcome, you know. Let's see, early game was okay. We had decent expansion, then we had like a war with Ulm that I just didn't know how to win, because we were just getting raided by stealth units. So that was a struggle. Then I just felt like I had no income, so that was a struggle as well. Took this throne. Then I had my kind of attention split because we were getting attacked by Theranos and Niffle. So that was a struggle. Then we lost a massive fight to Niffle and I was still getting raided by Theranos. Then the whole middle of the game basically doing nothing and just getting raided and trying to counter, well, not even counter, I just take back my province from Theranos for the whole game. And then we managed to sit some forces here for a long time, looking threatening. Marched them at this throne and then we won. I think we did get very lucky that none of our thrones were ever even attacked by Doom Horrors though. That's kind of nice. So what else can we see from the map? Almost pretty big. Looks like they've gone AI though at some point. And they didn't really have any thrones in the end. Niffle went AI a while ago. I don't think they've done much either. We have Theranos up here. So Theranos had grabbed this throne. And oh, it looks like Beritos was taking this throne off Theranos. So there's a conflict going on here that I couldn't see. That's another thing, I didn't have any scouts this game, did I? More struggle. I could have summoned some, but yeah. The sweat-drenched gym of strong men was highly contested. What is that? A prison of hearts in the sweat-drenched gym of strong men. Yeah, I really don't know what to make of this game. As I said, although I hope you enjoyed watching it, it's not quite what I had in mind when I picked Mictlan. In my mind, I imagined we'd be like just rushing people with big armies of unbeatable sacreds and just sweeping the world and just growing our blood economy and doing all kinds of cool late game blood spells and well, instead you get this. A big thank you to everyone who's been watching the videos, leaving comments, liking the videos, everyone who subscribes to the channel. Big thank you to my patrons. I appreciate all the support the channel gets. I appreciate you all equally, but I appreciate subscribers more equally and Patreon supporters even more equally than that. But thank you though. The next game going up on the channel is probably going to be Solaria. Middle-aged Solaria. I don't know if they have different ages, but yeah. So that'll start soon. Not sure when exactly, maybe next week. But thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you then. Usually at this point I'd put some kind of montage of like messages from the Discord, but I have to get this video edited, rendered, and then uploaded for tomorrow, so probably not going to happen.